Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. Boy, imagine being a fly on the wall in the Ardern Duterte meeting. Mad old Duterte, eh? Apparently, as far as we know parts of the meeting because they were pressed there for some of the time. They heard his hilarious story about him trying to bring a live fish through customs once in New Zealand, which is totally relevant to proceedings. There they are. There you are. Jacinda and Ricardo hanging. She looks absolutely delighted to be there. I've got a few theories as to how that meeting went. In my mind, it went something along the lines of Jacinda says to Ricardo, can you please stop killing thousands of people all the time, please? And he probably went something like, nah, I'm going to keep killing thousands of people that are doing drugs and selling drugs. I just kill them all the time. And then she would have gone, please, can you not do that? And he'd go, no, something like that. Meanwhile, in other places in the world, it's over the Russian probe. So many questions. My questions aren't really to do with the Trump campaign's relationship with Russia or not. It's more to do with what was this guy thinking in the background here. You should know that when you're going to be in shot at the Senate committee, don't put a pen in your mouth and don't put a big giant pen in your mouth. Because, it's an innocent thing to do, but it just makes you look like a complete idiot. Also, I noticed that Stephen King is asking the questions there. Do you think they were scary questions? Not the same Stephen King? All right. It's so hard being politically correct these days because we've got the old same-sex marriage vote thing going on in Australia. At one stage, it may have been referred to as a gay marriage vote, but I don't think we're allowed to call it that anymore for some reason. And now even the same-sex marriage, when you're gay, you're not really gay. You're homosexual. What are you? And I know I'm sounding like a bit of an old fuddy-duddy, but I just want to use the right words. And I heard a man being interviewed about this today, a man who dyed his beard in rainbow colours yesterday. That's how passionately he is following this whole issue. And he referred to same-sex attracted people. So this is a phrase that I had not heard before today. So now I've got to include that in the vernacular as well. It's so hard. It's so hard being alive in the world today, isn't it? Little grammatical traps to trip you up whichever way you look. Another very worrying development in the news is hearing about the hundreds of women who are going without sanitary products as the year wraps up. Apparently, according to the Salvation Army, the families are under pressure to spend money on Christmas. So the needs of women take a back seat. Some women end up staying home to manage their periods and become prone to infections. So I feel like this is one of those stories. I guess we should know about it, but I don't want to know about it. And apparently you can donate sanitary products through food bank donations. So that's another mixed message there. You're a bit uncomfortable about putting in your can of beans and your packet of tampons at the same time. I know we should be able to talk about these things, but I am really sounding like an old fuddy-duddy today, that's for sure. Finally, the record for the furthest pizza delivery ever, I believe, has been broken, with ice cream and pizza being delivered to the space station astronauts on the International Space Station. There's an Italian guy up there apparently, so everybody's making a lot of noise about the fact that he's getting a pizza. The ice cream. So I'm guessing they had it in one of those polystyrene containers with the dry ice in it to stop it from melting, because it took 2 days to get there. It wouldn't be the freshest pizza. It says here in this article that I'm reading, it's being described as a make-your-own flatbread. That doesn't really sound like a proper pizza. It's not Domino's, is it? It's not Pizza Hut. It's not hell. And I'm just wondering what kind of delivery time guarantee they run on that to the space station. I hope they tip the driver. That's all I can say. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. Very hungry now. Feel like pizza. I will see you back here again tomorrow. So hungry.